Antiques, the market has changed dramatically over the years. And antiques are what we call cyclical. They go in cycles. You know, when Andy Warhol died, he collected cookie jars, among other things. And when his cookie jars sold at auction, they bought tremendous prices. $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 for a cookie jar that 2 years before sold for $2,000 or $3,000. So are you going to run out there and go buy cookie jars? I don't think you should, because they brought that kind of money because they had the provenance of the fact that, and when we talk about provenance, this is all the lineage of who owned that particular thing. So they belonged to Andy Warhol. That's why people bought those. But that also affected what cookie jars were worth that particular year. The $3,000 cookie jar was worth $5,000 now. You know, his sold for $10,000. Just a standard one sold for $5,000. Now, 20 years later, you can buy that same cookie jar for $500. There's not a whole lot of cookie jar collectors out there. You know, so a lot of the antiques that we used to buy that had, you know, a great market value, they just don't bring the same kind of money. Why? There's less collectors. Number two, things that used to be really rare, you can get on the internet, scan down there, look at the internet, and say, well, look, I can pick one of these 10 for my collection. I don't have to just run all around the country to try and find one anymore. So what they do is they'll buy it from either that dealer on the internet, or they'll get in and bid on it and possibly be able to buy even less money than the dealer was going to sell it for. So value of antiques has changed dramatically. The fine, really great collectible antiques are still out there, and there's always people buying them. They always want to own the best of whatever it is, whether it's a gemstone, whether it's a vintage toy, whether it's a piece of art glass made by Tiffany or Steuben or one of the companies like that. So, you know, we try to buy higher end, more rare antiques. You know, we used to buy everything, but what I've found is now I go for the better antiques. I'm a collector myself. I'm a gopher. I love all that stuff. So lots of times I'll buy pieces that come in because I want them for my own collection. They may not be the best, but I try to tell people about collectibles. Should you buy collectibles for an investment or antiques for an investment? I think you can, but I think the most important thing about collecting is that you enjoy that particular item. When you look at it, you pick it up, you touch it, it makes you smile.